As near as I can tell, all they can say is, God help, this is just a big mess.
Heavy rain, more than 5 inches in 1 hour.
It's just coming down. It was just coming down in sheets.
Made the corner of Daphne and Port Washington and Glendale
up to, my knees.
Look more like a lake.
Like maybe down at Bradford Beach or something or other.
Donald Matthews had a front row seat to a drama that tested the bravery of drivers and the buoyancy of their cars.
I came out and I looked and I see these people are stopping, but then I see some people are saying, I'm going to try it. You know, I'm saying good luck.
Luck is what Ricardo Pareda needed as he waded into the water.
And as I was going over there, I just felt the van stalling. And my girlfriend said, you know what, we're not going to make it, hit reverse. For a minute there, I thought I was going to stay there, but luckily the reverse kicked in. I just feel sorry for the guy up ahead that didn't make it.
This driver wasn't so lucky. He stalled out as the emergency sirens started up.
The water was up over their hoods, so I was like, you definitely shouldn't be driving through that.
Spencer Wren and his buddies from Cardinal Stritch jumped in to help.
Me and my friends hopped in the water right away and helped him push his car up to dry land.
As these drivers were contemplating the risks of moving forward, traffic on I-43 was completely stalled.
We've been here about an hour probably an hour and 15 minutes. And after sitting in our car, it's real hot, so we decided to get out and walk up here.
At one point, a truck towing a boat looked like the best option to navigate a road that had become a river.
And they could have just sailed away, you know, using the water. They might as well just use the boat instead of the car.
The buildup starts with a beat. A steady drum paces the dozens of devoted protesters remaining in the rotunda.
I've been here the better part of 2 weeks.
I'm going to be here as long as it takes.
Inside the assembly, setup is slow and steady as members of the media gather for the governor. 2 floors below, police eye the serene scene.
People are mad and they're not going to take it.
A little after 4 o'clock, a call to create chaos.
Ready, go!
The protesters march as close as they can to the man who at the moment is getting a far warmer welcome upstairs. Each side hits their stride.
A great deal of attention has been focused on Wisconsin. Freedom thrives each time there is a passionate debate in our society.
The budget address peaks with applause, while the protest sounds through the State House. Floor by floor, the frustration flows through the doors denying their demonstration.
I'm very, very upset about it.
Eventually, the sound seeps into the assembly, competing with faint camera clicks. The protesters penetrate Walker's budget announcement.
He's just gutting our state from the inside, from the bottom up, by gutting education. Without that, we don't have anything.
This year's MATC graduation seems like any other, complete with the same old sights, sounds, and speeches we've come to expect. That is, until something unexpected happens. With Wisconsin Governor Jim Doyle on the stage, in the midst of all the pomp and circumstance, the poles and curtains collapse.
I was just like, oh my God!
You know, all of a sudden, boom, everything fell down.
Faculty rush in and hold up the broken backdrop. The crowd's abuzz as backstage EMTs rush to help a bleeding woman. She's hit in the head, but conscious. Medical workers say she'll need stitches.
And then it was funny because we thought everybody was okay, but now you tell me there's a woman in the back.
Eventually, the crowd calms. The ceremony continues with Governor Doyle.
Believe me, I give a number of commencement addresses, and this is one that I will remember.
As will others in the arena.
The way everything happened so fast, you know, you wouldn't expect it.
Trudging through the snow, braving the icy winds, winter conditions posing difficulty for some. The building's snow piles proved to be a barrier for others.
Just piled up too high right there.
But the challenges and concerns are different for Troy Hergert.
I have retinitis pigmentosa, or RP for short.
He's living with a degenerative eye disease allowing him little to no sight.
I'm legally blind, have been for 30 years.
His cane serves as his sense of vision, but in these conditions, that sense is dulled.
I'm having to dig in and find, okay, I'm still on cement. Over here, okay, I find some grass, so I'm going to try to follow that.
Waving his cane back and forth, Hergert distinguishes paved sidewalks from unpaved areas, but where the walk is washed out by inches of snow.
And aha, okay, found something. Sign, garbage can, parking block. Okay, now I know I'm on the path, but again, this is a treacherous spot because I cannot use any of my proper techniques. For 24 hours, we expect when snow falls, it's going to be an issue. It's no one's fault. But within 24 hours, residents and businesses are supposed to clear their sidewalks.
Sometimes passage is also prevented by plows.
Now I have to get up this curb, and I don't feel any way to do that. It doesn't seem like, it seems like the plow has made a little bit of a mess, or left a little bit, so I'm looking for a way to get up. And finally, I might just give up, and I'm just gonna climb in.
For people with visual and other physical impairments, the weather can pose risks.
The snow is still falling, so I'm taking a chance.
But sometimes in the snow, simple victories are uncovered.
Aha, I find a shoveled spot, finally.
Patches of plowed pavement, some take for granted.
Just please shovel.
Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News. You might call this place
a couple thousand different characters.
A superhero storage space.
700,000 plus comics. Popular superheroes, you could look at Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Superheroes do great things.
They leap tall buildings in a single bound.
He flies off of the back porch.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
He's always been a superhero to us.
With a quick change, this 4-year-old golden retriever goes from canine to Cape Crusader, a purebred blur of gold, a flash of fur you won't find at any comic book stores.
Come.
Though you might say he was born to wear a costume.
The Comet Dog actually is his full name on his birth certificate.
Like every good superhero, the Comet Dog has an important origin story.
It really is a story about anybody who's missing someone they love.
It's a universal truth. Missing someone is hard.
Come. Comet's owner, Bill McGinnis, was looking for a way to deal with life while his long-term girlfriend, Juliana Olson, was in Iraq working as a nurse practitioner.
Certainly never had anybody depart my life through the military.
Balad, Iraq is the hub of all ill and injured transport.
The long hours, the dangerous conditions.
And it's my responsibility to not only receive them, stabilize them, but then also prep them for flight.
Her efforts help save lives, but never enough. Olson recalls one case where a military canine died.
But he defended his owner, his handler, and lost his life as a four-legged veteran and saved the life of his owner.
A moment shaking the foundation of even the toughest citizen soldier.
We're all fighting for our country, but fighting day to day, we're fighting for the people next to us. You know, you're not thinking about yourself, you think about those around you, and you think about your buddy.
I don't think any of us can relate to what they go through over there.
In an effort to keep her connected to friends and family, Guinness gave his dog a super makeover.
Good dog.
That gave rise to an online comic book.
The name of the book is The Adventures of the Comet Dog. Missing someone is hard.
He posted pictures of Comet in his super threads and began typing up a story of comfort for Olson, read in between all the casualties.
Well, it helps you escape, because with all the bad in life, there's also a lot of good.
Kind of digital coping mechanism meant for her eyes, and then the eyes of her fellow airmen and soldiers.
I'm like, you have to come see this.
And eventually, people they've never met.
I'd get emails from mothers who were reading the stories to their children.
Come on, Comet.
Including families coping with loved ones in harm's way.
Just heartwarming to hear the impact that Comet was able to have in their lives.
The Comet Dog has no super abilities.
Laser eye beams, cape mask.
No special powers.
Cold breath.
But he's still a superhero to many.
His biggest super ability is comfort.
He loves to bring joy to people.
I think everybody has that ability to be that way.
A comic book kind of canine.
Oh, the 40?
Not sold in stores.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Every day, like clockwork,
It's almost 10 to 1.
he waits for his ride.
I hear it. There he is. Bang, there he is.
And every day, he's excited about where he's going.
But this is a whole adventure. It's a whole adventure.
The first thing you'll notice about Father Reginald Foster is what's missing. There's no frock, no black suit, and no concern for the trappings of the priesthood.
My Lord, deliver us. Look at me. Trappings. No, I don't even have a collar.
Instead, he wears a janitor's uniform. He's not a janitor, but he's very much in maintenance.
Essentials, I say. Evening class essentials.
What Father Foster is trying to resuscitate,
this is too good,
is something that most people consider dead.
Et ad experienda dona, quae novo seculo sunt abenda perducis.
Latin.
Divinitas. As in heaven's sakes, this is a living thing. Non habet potestatem.
What these students may not realize is that taking Latin with Father Foster is like learning painting from Picasso or music from Mozart.
That's Latin.
Beneath the outfit of a working man is the soul of a working man.
My father was a plumber, and the whole family are plumbers.
And the mind of a scholar. Foster spurned the family business for a higher calling, joining the priesthood. He soon discovered he excelled at one of the tools of the trade. Father Foster spoke Latin like a Roman emperor, and that talent was noticed and needed at the Vatican, where Latin remains the official language.
After my first year, the Pope's Latinist fell sick. One of my teachers was working in the Vatican, and he said, I think I know the man you're looking for.
Foster was in the middle of a Latin lesson when his tutor stormed in and offered him the opportunity of a lifetime.
And then he came in the classroom, he said, you want to be the Pope's Latinist? And I said, certissime, certainly.
For the next 40 years, every official document that came from the Vatican was either written by his hand or approved with his eyes. The funeral mass of Pope John Paul II, the mass heralding the ascension of Pope Benedict, and the document certifying Jerome Listecki as Milwaukee's Archbishop were all written by Father Foster. But a year ago, he left Rome and returned to Milwaukee
Alter terrarum orbis
to deal with a series of health problems. Now he's recovering and living near family.
It was very providential, though. Very, very providential.
The talent that made him so valuable to 4 popes over 40 years could have him teaching at any university for a nice stipend. Father Foster gives it away, as they say in Latin, pro bono.
Free, completely free, which is amazing. You know, you're sitting with the probably greatest Latinist in the world right now, and free in Milwaukee.
He won't answer to Father Foster, so the students call him Reggie. He's also been called a renegade, a maverick, and an ecclesiastical oddball.
Oh, you see what turned me on?
He's a member of the clergy, unafraid to criticize Catholic doctrine.
Half of this stuff, I think, is human creation and human nonsense, that's all. And it is.
His anti-establishment streak hasn't gone over well with his superiors in Rome.
And they said, Foster, Foster.
For years, the Vatican tried to get him to toe the line.
They did for a while, and then they gave up.
There was never any serious discipline because, frankly, they couldn't afford to lose him. While in Rome, Foster developed an unorthodox teaching style.
Those are those famous sheets.
He uses a series of sheets of paper that contain excerpts from poets, politicians, and popes.
Bah, look at how they're talking.
Rather than using a rote textbook. So his lessons spring to life with the words of the ancients, whose spirits still seem to flutter in his classroom.
We might have Augustine or Bernard or Vatican II or some encyclical or back to Cicero Virgil, Horace, Paul. They said, look at how they talked.
Foster is an affectionate but strict teacher.
Read, David.
Quo Caesar.
He says Latin demands discipline and dedication. He makes all of his students sign a tough contract.
So I tell the students, you can take off your shoes or clothes or bring beer or wine in class. I don't care. If you make one stupid mistake, you're out.
And his students in Milwaukee are smitten.
I suggest we have a toast to our beloved teacher, and we're really grateful for your life and your teaching us and for your class.
Jivali. So beloved is Father Foster that his class took him out for wine, cake, and song on his 71st birthday.
Felix tibi esto Reginalde, hic natalis tibi. Multos annos multoque plures. Ooh. Nice. Oh, you can hear it. You know, Latin is always nice.
Most nights after teaching, he returns home and opens a book.
I haven't been bored for 10 seconds in 57 years. And all I have to do, if I feel a little bored, pull out another author, a poet, or history, Caesar.
He wants Latin to survive, yet he laments the long, slow death of the language. And it begs the question. If Latin is dead, which is to say it's not really spoken anywhere anymore, then why is it still important? Why is it still relevant?
Relevant because it's about 3/4 of our Western civilization, for one, and all of our thoughts and ideas, prayers, and all this other stuff has come through Latin.
How do you save Latin?
By teaching it well, because you have to be turned on by Latin. If you teach music well, you'll be converted to Haydn and Mozart. You'll fall in love with the thing if it's presented well.
And like clockwork, he'll teach it 6 days a week. A priest with a passion for language that's timeless.
Gosh, getting ready to go out.
Red, lots of sparkles.
Eyeliner, eyeshadow, maybe some lip gloss.
Mascara, I try not to overdo it.
Be bold, tons and tons of eyeliner.
Right now I'm just trying to get the finishing touches on my Frankenfurter outfit, looking how fabulous I am.
Tonight is the Valentine's Day lingerie show for Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I was gonna put a little mascara on or something, but I just was running late.
If you want to know why people come to this thing, I honestly do not know. It's a terrible, terrible movie.
People come surprisingly underdressed for the weather for these things.
I'm freezing. Jazz hands.
Loaders, anybody got any lipstick in this city?
That's V for virgin. People who have never seen the show before.
This is actually one of my favorite parts, is waiting in line with everyone else. I was gonna throw on a little lip gloss before I left the house, but then I just said, screw it.
Just a lot of monstrosities. Good monstrosities.
It has toast, a party hat, toilet paper, rice.
It's basically the little props that they throw around.
It's about lust. The movie's all about lust and love. And so it is a good Valentine's Day movie.
It's quite an experience. It's something that everyone should see at least once.
And it's different. It's not like the kind of movie you sit at. It's actually like, there's someone yelling in your ear and you're like, yeah! You come for the people, not the movie.
Hello.
$9. Just one?
This is definitely not quiet. It's very loud all the time.
And we have buttons! Anything to drink with that or any other snacks?
The fact that Rocky has endured for 30 years.
Madness.
It's remarkable for a midnight film.
The original uncut version of the movie, the live cast acting it out and running around, playing all the parts, and the audience throwing things and yelling, dancing, and
it helps the whole freedom of expression. You know, bring out what's inside of you.
Rocky Horror, it's something worth seeing once, but the beware on that, the little asterisk at the bottom is maybe habit forming.